folks that we don't see every day, is I want to start by going around the room and let's pretend that we are at Christmas Day. And you had to bring a dish that began with the first letter of your name. So I'm gonna have you introduce yourself and say what that dish is. So for Christmas dinner, I'm Dayla, and I brought deviled eggs. So go ahead and start with you, Pamela.
For Christmas dinner, I'm Pamela and I brought pasta salad, and I really did make it.
All right.
Christmas dinner, my name's Bob, and I brought bananas.
Okay.
My name's Khalees. For Christmas dinner, I'm thinking about stuff that starts with a K.
Kale salad.
Kale salad.
Thank you.
I don't really know. James, I don't know. I'm more of a brunch person. I don't really know anything that starts with the J.
How about jam?
What about Jameson?
Oh, jam.
I went with that.
All right, go ahead.
My name's Michelle McTagg and I brought meatballs.
Nice.
My name's Riley McTagg and I brought rotisserie chicken.
Good.
That was good.
My name is Christina Swanger and I brought cookies.
Nice.
My name's Rachel.
I was just doing one side.
My bad. I'm not gonna tell you.
My name's Casey and I brought kale salad again. We gotta speak creams. Okay. With that.
I'm Julie Woods and I will bring a jelly roll.
Nice.
I'm Josh Nengesser and I would bring jelly cranberry.
Oh,
I'm Emily Keener and I brought eggnog.
nice.
I'm Michael Gallagher and I brought mincemeat pie.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm Mark Sullivan and I think I'd bring martinis, Manhattans and margaritas.
He's popular.
It's a little unusual Christmas.
I like it.
My name's Joe Jansen, and I'll follow his up with Jello shots.
Mashed potatoes, good, Michael.
Kate Baker, key lime pie.
Go. We'll go with you, Cam.
Cam Jordan, cherry pie.
Cindy Mackin, chicken casserole.
Good.
Adam and Bonnie, apple pie.
Krista Senna, candy.
I'm Martin Vicena, and I'm bringing the wine. I
You
know.
did not.
Is it apple brandy wine?
It's on, bring wine.
Okay.
I will follow.
Obviously.
I'm Amanda Carter and I'll bring you apple brandy.
There you go.
I'm Tabitha and I think I'm gonna bring tacos. Christmas tacos. Christmas tacos.
I'm Marilyn Luca and muffins, but I did not bring muffins. So I'm Tiffany Clark. I will bring the turkey and tequila.
I'm Taylor. I'll bring potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Potatoes. My turn now.
Yes.
I'm Rachel Hall and I'm gonna bring red ruby cosmos. I know, right?
I see you all and we did sweet potato casserole.
Okay.
I'm Kate Shulall and I'll bring Kahlua.
Oh, that's a good one. And your name and what you're bringing to Christmas dinner that begins with the same name as your first name, letter of your name.
Ann Sullivan, and I'm just gonna do appetizers.
There you go.
Ben Jones, beans.
Beans.
Steve Springer, sauce, and by sauce I mean whiskey.
I'm Megan. And somebody already said muffins, but I don't know what else starts with an M.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes or margarita.
Beans.
Mashed potatoes.
All right.
I'm Kate Kanowski and I guess I'll bring.
Yeah.
I'm Lily Russell and I'm bringing a lasagna.
I'm Jessica DeSena and I'm gonna bring jelly beans, but only red and green ones.
Yeah, very good. All right, Kimberly. Bill, come on in. Introduce yourself and what are you bringing to Christmas dinner? It starts with the first letter of your name.
Oh, I'm Bill Sturridge, I'm with Keller Home Loans, and, I think Bergen would probably make some people
There
happy.
you go.
Yeah.
All right, Kimberly.
Had a family. They got-
Yeah.
Maybe I should bring Chris Kringle with me.
That's Kimberly, she's bringing Christine. Okay.
Wait, you forgot this one.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
I know, I've been sitting here going, what is going on here? I went, Dina, I was like, the Zazzle, like. Yeah.
The zebra cake, that's all I can think of
Oh,
too.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
Zena, and she's
Oh,
bringing the
sorry.
dazzle and
Zena
zebra
Moore.
cakes. All right, very good. All right, let's go ahead and get it. You know, we usually do
Here you go.
bucket fills and tell me something good. Well, this was actually Jessica's idea with it almost being New Year's. Does anybody have a New Year's resolution they want to share? Only because when you do, you tend to be more accountable to it. So if anybody has something that they've already know that they're gonna do for next year, anybody want to share it?
I'm learning Italian in 81 days.
You're what?
Learning Italian, 81 days.
Oh, very good,
Basic Italian.
very good.
Travel Italian.
Rosetta Stone?
Coffee talk and babble,
Okay, very good. That's awesome.
because that's one of it.
Oh, only 81 days. Got it. Get the good translator for your phone.
We did.
All right.
Good work last night.
Anybody else have something on their goals, resolutions they want to share? Mark,
Travel more.
travel more. That's a good one. I think I'll do that one too.
Yeah, we do.
Anybody else have one they want to share? None? Shy. Goal, and it can be something good if you don't have anything on this resolution. We're just trying to shake it up. I think we should have Joe dress as Buddy the Elf more often.
That's your resolution.
Any others? Mine is to eat cleaner all the way around. So we'll see how long that lasts.
Eat better, work out.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Go back to the Y with everybody else in January.
Yeah, yeah. Anybody else? Anybody want to share? Does anybody have any big trips planned over the holidays? No? You do?
Taking my kids to Disney, on the 15th of January. Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, that's for the kids. That's not for the parents. Very good. Anything else anybody wants to share? Good bucket fill and. All right, let's roll on. All right, we want to welcome some of our newcomers. We have two mother-daughter teams join us recently. One is Cheryl Houston and her daughter Sarah, Maddie. And they're not here because Sarah had a baby, 29 hours ago. So they're not here today, but welcome them. Sarah Jennings, I don't think I see her today. Christina Swanger, who is part of the team with Michelle McTeague and Riley McTeague, and I'm gonna have you guys stand up just a second. That's the other mother-daughter team. And then Adam Ebony. So anyway, I'm gonna put you guys on the spot because you're here. Is Adam here? Yeah. Oh, he's here too. Okay, great. I'm gonna have you say who you are and just tell us a little bit about you so everybody gets to know you. So Michelle, you're so shy. I'll make you go first.
I'm Michelle McTagg. I have been licensed in real estate since 1992. I've sold all those years except for 5.5 years when I owned a business that almost killed me. Then I got out of that and came back to real estate, which almost killed me in the last couple of years, but we're recovering and I have 3 kids and 2 grandkids and I'm just happy to be at Keller Williams.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you, Zena.
Zena, introduce
Glad you're here. Yeah.
I'm Riley McTagg. I've been licensed since 2018, but really started working in 2020. I have 1 son, I'm married, and also thank you to Zena for putting us here. We're happy to be here.
Very good.
And I'm Christina Swanger, and I just got licensed in August, so I am brand new. Thank you. I live in Barrington, and I have one son, and I'm excited for this new opportunity, with real estate.
We're excited to have all of you. Adam,
Hi, I'm Adam. I got licensed in 2022, but I just started using my license a couple of months ago. So pretty good.
and you're on the,
I'm on the Capital Ohio team.
so very good. So, well, we're happy to have all of you here, so let's keep on rolling. All right, November anniversaries. I don't know if there's anybody in the room that's got an anniversary this month, but you know what? We love being in business. Michael Bean does. We love being in business with you guys, and we like to celebrate all the things, including your work anniversary. So, those years add up. So, congratulations. December birthdays, you know, I always felt bad for the people who had December birthdays because they had to share it with Christmas time and all that stuff. And so, you that have December birthdays, you deserve an extra gift, an extra pat on the back and all of that. So if you have a December birthday, raise your hands for us. So, happy birthday. I guess it's a privilege to share your birthday in the same month as Jesus, right? All right. Oh, sorry, Jeff. All right, don't forget our contest is gonna wrap up on December 31st. And I haven't seen the results for this week yet, but last, I think, did Jeff Kanowski take the lead back from James? They have been neck and neck away. And it's still anybody's game because you get points and your name goes in the hat every time for the number of points you get. And it's gonna be drawn out and you're gonna get your board dues paid for. So if you haven't turned in your entries, turn them in. If you've got somebody you wanna refer to us as a recruit, turn it in. So it's anybody's game, but we've got two guys that have been really pushing the entries. So the ball finish line, friends. All right, our culture champions this month, we have two different teams that really worked hard to do something to give back to local communities. Kathy Cairo's team every year, they do a drive where people donate a certain list of items for the homeless. And it's always so much that they end up having moving trucks and she has her people dress up in Grinch and Santa Claus and different costumes in the parking lot to gather the information. And if you look at this picture, those are what the bags look like that people donate, like sleeping bags, mittens, clothes for the homeless. And down below, last night they had the meal for the homeless downtown Columbus and gave those gifts away. You can see that room is absolutely jam-packed full of people. So wanted to recognize her as a culture champion this month. And then the other is the Richards Group, and Melanie Colheim on the Richards Group spearheaded a toy drive out in our Granville office. And they had boatloads of toys. And I don't think we have that picture up there. Is another slide, okay. And they donate or got all of these donations of toys to give to kids that wouldn't necessarily have Christmas gifts. So, you know, during a busy time of the year, real estate's busy, you're busy with personal things. Kudos to these two groups for really going above and beyond to help other people have a great Christmas. We were going to have a guest speaker on today, and she and her husband ended up with food poisoning. So they're going to be on next month. But we have a group that is a new group that's doing transaction to close and beyond. So I've got flyers that I have up front here, and you can pick them up if you want to get involved in that prior to our meeting next month. But they are doing all kinds of things, MLS entry, listing management, etc. But the other thing that they just added is social media and marketing, and it's customized. We're going to be offering some through the office that is more generic. This is customized to the agent based on your personality, your things you do, both personally and real estate related. And it's going to be video, it's going to be, you know, editing of videos, it's going to be all kinds of social media marketing. So that's something that I think for those of you that that's not your forte and you know you need it in your business, it's an easy button for you for it to be custom and not look like everybody else's. So anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and introduce it since they were supposed to be here. If you want a conversation with them ahead of time, You can take a picture of the QR code. I've also got, like I said, flyers and they've got the QR codes on them, but they will be on in more detail next month to talk to everybody. Does anybody need a new headshot for the new year? If you do, where's the date? January 3rd, Brian from Fairy Tale Films will be doing complimentary headshots in our office. So make sure you get signed up for a slot. All right, always make sure that the TCPA that you take care of checking your calls out for the do not call list. And those of you that attended our holiday party, what a fun time we had. I know I was there, I called them with the late night crew. That was the Richards group. They got there late, would stay late. But here's some pictures from the holiday party. So if you missed it this year, make sure you get there next year because it was a really fun time. So, and these are going to be on our carousel. So you'll be able to see them again in all of our offices. Also, last week, I want to thank our new ALC for 2025. They attended our clinic down in Cincinnati. They traveled down, spent the day working on their businesses and getting ready for this year. So if you're on our ALC for this coming year, stand up so people can see you. You know, these guys take time out of their schedules to help us guide the office based on what you as the agents want. And so, you know, I want to thank them for their time, for volunteering to be a part of this, and for being leaders in our office. So thank you. All right, where's Cindy Mack? Come here, Cindy. You come up here. Come here. This is a really special one. So, and she bought an ugly sweater just for today. She says, I have Christmas sweaters, but they're not ugly. Come on. So I got the privilege of being with Cindy and a lot of our award winners this past Saturday night. Really feel tall. At the Columbus Realtors Gala. And Cindy was recognized for 50 years in the business. Whole time loving, helping people and helping the associates and I'm still doing it. And I just love it. And I love being here. So, well, we're so happy and congratulations. What an honor. I was shocked. These are the other folks in our awards. Rachel, will you take over, please? Oh.
Sure. Hope I can pronounce everyone's name correctly. So these were the other agents that got awards that night. Alicia Godfrey, Ann Sullivan, Jensen, Josh, congratulations. Andy Norris, Ben Jones. I know some of you guys are here, Gloria Henry. And then obviously you guys can read the names, but Denny Gray, Justin, Tisha, and Shannon. So congratulations to all of them. I was not there for my husband's birthday weekend. Usually I'm there to support, but it's always such a fun night. If you get a chance to go, you definitely should. But always everyone's all dolled up and a good time.
And the place was packed.
Mick just had surgery, so I'm representing Mick today.
Oh, I know I already talked about our ALC members. For those that couldn't be here today, these are the everybody that's on our ALC this year. Bob McCarthy, Steve Shulock, Cheryl Houston, James Sloan, Todd Dodderer, Tracy Dixon, Jensen Spike, Cinnamon Doran, and Josh Nungesser. So we've got, oh, Ann Sullivan's not up there. Oh. So anyway, we'll get that correct before it goes up on the wall. But anyway, thank you to all of these guys. Look forward to working with them this year. Oh, thanks. So, you know, our head of the class isn't always a brand new agent. So Rod Williams has been in the business for years and, you know, does a great business. He's down in our Lancaster office and he was our head of the class this month. So I love seeing that people taking advantage of our education. So that's awesome. All right. We always celebrate first listings. So Bev Getter had her first, and that's with Keller Williams. It's not her first ever. She's been licensed for years. She's out in Granville. Also Thomas Edens and Ronald Spung. And It wouldn't be Ron's first either, he's with our Lancaster office, but Thomas isn't here. So anyway, congratulations. First closings, Cassandra Hill, she's on the Dixon team. David Newell, Bobby Young, I saw Bobby.
He's actually in a buyer's consultation right now and project term too, so good for him.
We did have him ring the bell, watch that video.
Yeah.
Ryan Coleman, Sarah Spencer, Sartu Hussein, and Thomas Eaton, so it's nice to see people getting their business moving. Also, Craig and Amy Balster capped this month, and so did Andrea Stover. And I want to make special mention, that's Andrea Stover's first time to cap. She has been this close for the last 3 years, and so, and she has a full-time job. So congratulations to her. Also, let's talk about our top individual for the month, Michael Bean. Woohoo, you told me you take December off. That's never November, okay. Nice job. Here's our star-studded lineup for individuals for the month as far as written volume. Take a look there. Nice to see new people on there. Look at Thomas E. It's brand new first closing, 939,500. Awesome. Then our top individuals closed. Some of the same and a few different in there, so take a look at that. Mary Lee's here today. Nice job. Nice month way to finish out the year. Ben Jones. All right. Our top team, which team means 2 agents, was Next Move down in Lancaster, and that's Justin Bruce, and Ben Crumples is on his team. And Ben was on the phone with me as we were setting up the meeting because he was writing an offer and needed a question answered. So they're killing it. So congratulations to them. That's a great month. So there's our top teams written for the month. And closed. Our top group, which means 3 or more agents, we had Kathy Cairo's group on top this month. And as you can see, she's got a nice group there. Photo, I like the way you put that together, Jessica, that's fun. So we had Kathy in the number 1 slot, followed by Team Truitt, and the Dixon team on down the line there. So Emily's on Truitt's team. Congratulations. Our top groups closed. Again, same group, just a little bit different order. This is a stat from our region. Justin Bruce's team down in Lancaster, they're number 1 in our entire region. That's pretty amazing. So congratulations to them. This just shows as far as our gross agent count year to date as of November, we're in the number 4 slot for the whole region. So we've added a few agents this year. As far as profit share goes, we're in the number 4 slot in the whole region for that too. And it's not nearly as good as it needs to be. So next year is going to be a better year. Anyway, these numbers just came out. Rachel got them in under the wire. So thank you, Rachel, for doing that. But look at what you guys are doing compared to Columbus Realtors. So this is the whole MLS. This is us, and this is the difference. So on closed units, Columbus Realtors is up 3%. We're up 20%. So we're doing better than everybody else by 17%. Closed sales volume, we're up 19 compared to everybody. Listings sold, we're up 38% compared to everybody. Listings sold volume 62. You guys are selling more expensive houses, and I like it. Contracts written, we're up 7% more than everybody. And contracts written volume, we're up 5%. So those are some great numbers. Give yourselves a round of applause.
If anybody wants that, I have an editable version that you can add to your listing and buying presentations, and like you can take Dayla and I's face off the bottom and put yours in your context, so just shoot me an email if you guys want that, and I'll blast it out so everyone has it also. It goes on the internet.
So don't have a lot up here on our calendar. You guys can look at what's coming up on the calendar. It's not all out there yet, and that's the biggest reason why it's not all there. But just for our holiday schedule, so that you know, we are closed on the 24th and the 25th. We'll be back in here on the 26th, and then we're closing at 3 o'clock on New Year's Eve. If you have a closing coming up on Monday, I don't think many title companies are even open on Christmas Eve, but if you have a closing on Christmas Eve, let us know. We'll make sure that we get you taken care of and get you paid. So even though we won't be here. Same way with New Year's, like I said, we'll be here till 3 o'clock on New Year's Eve. So, we wanna make sure everybody has everything that they need. All right. If you missed a class that you wanna go back and watch, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. Our agent resources page, I know we have this up there all the time, but people forget about it. Everything that you need for the 99% of it is right here. So if you need our insurance doc for a relocation deal, if you need earnest money procedures, if you need to know what agents speak other languages, you can go here and this has all of that information and you can retrieve it from it. So it's the kwgcagentresources.com site.
There's also really quick a tab that is your whole leadership theme. So if you're curious what, where to go to who to go to, there's another tab that's all leadership and what everyone does. And then there's an affiliates tab as well. So for like our signs, and if you guys want us to add anything to the affiliates tab, please let me know. We can do that for sure. Trusted resources.
Yep. All right, our poker tournament, so I'll get some feedback from you guys. I know this last month, we had one person sign up. And so the decision was made kind of last minute to cancel it. If you guys are going to attend things, please sign up. And if you want to see something different, if poker's not your thing and maybe we do a progressive euchre night or something like that, let us know. We want to hear that feedback. Paul set this up thinking we might get some traction there, but we can surely mix it up. So it's just a way for people to do things and get together and kind of small groups and get to know one another. Also this month, we had our not ladies. Let me back up, our craft night. And because we didn't have just ladies attend. And we made wreaths and we made centerpieces and it was a blast. We had a great time. So there we go. So if you want to, if there's a small group you have an idea for, or there's something you want to see us do, let us know. And then also, our stager that put this on, she's coming back in the spring and gonna do some kind of spring craft for us. So watch for that. I know we already did our cultural, thing, but we had this in for the Richards group doing their toy drive out in Granville. So nice job. I see Ken back there. Also, we did a toy drive here at Easton. It was actually with Go Mortgage. They brought it in. And so, thank you for those that participated. Kate helped inspire that. And, again, this time of the year, it's nice to be able to get back. Help me out here, Jess. Oh, the Columbus, Building and Renovation Expo is coming up. And we have tickets, so if you want tickets to attend, or you have tickets you want to give to maybe your top clients as a thank you, let us know. Jessica has the tickets up at the front desk, but that's a nice way maybe to say thank you or I appreciate you supplying. This class, I don't know much about, I'll be quite honest. There's gonna be more to come on this. Jessica and I were talking about this morning because it was on the calendar, then it went off the calendar. And I think Jill Campbell's working on the details, so watch for that. It's, I'll figure it out. All right. We're going to have a class today, and boy, your timing is perfect. My good friend, Ben Crenshaw, in the back, just walked in the door. Yep. And he is a fellow team leader. We've worked together for quite a few years. He was in Paducah, Kentucky, and now he's a team leader in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And he's come to teach mastering leads. So what a great time to make sure your business stays, pedal down through the holidays and through the first of the year. I don't know about you guys, but I have noticed many of you picking up over the last week. I've seen lots of listings coming in, paperwork, contracts. I've heard people say, I'm going on more appointments. That's wonderful. Gary Keller said at Mega Camp this year, don't plan on taking a realtor vacation in December because business is going to pick up, and you know what? It is. So I'm happy to hear that, happy to see that. And I want to thank Ben coming from Fort Wayne today to teach to us. So we'll talk more to him later. All right, if your NAR code of ethics, you've got to have it in by December 31st. If you took it with Columbus Realtors or NAR, you're fine. If you took it anywhere else, if you took it here, the CE shop or whatever, you have to email a copy of your certificate to membership@columbusrealtors.com. If you took it here on the December 8th date at this office, I emailed your certificates to them for you. But if you did it anywhere else, make sure you do it so that you stay compliant.
If you're not sure, let me know. I can help you. You can find it on e-licensing. It's the division site. So you need to know if you need to take it. There's a website you can go to.
Actually, you go to the NAR website and it'll show that you're satisfied on that they've received it.
Oh, I've never been to that.
So I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Bob.
Also, it's not for CE. You can take it online at NER.
So you don't get CE credit, but you can satisfy your NAR requirement by taking it at NAR.
For free.
For free, it's about 15 minutes.
So there's another resource that you haven't taken it. Family reunion is coming up February 17th, so get signed up. Also, don't forget about the podcast that we have. There's lots of new information dumps there every week. Great resources. Make sure you tune into those. So I just want to keep reminding you. The MREA book addendums, those are out. So there's new MREA information. We're going to get a book club on the calendar sometime after the first of the year. Start going through that new material. Profit share, there's where we are as of last month. I don't think we have Mark from America's Preferred here today, but he is our contact if you need someone. Bill, you have anything to share as far as loans go?
3 quick things. One is just the website that was mentioned, or the YouTube channel for classes. Kathy Cairo did one this week that I was able to attend. If you guys were not here, it will be worth your time. She really went in depth about the new market we're in, how to price homes and listings appropriately, how different things affect the listing price that many sellers over or underestimate the impact. So I really want to just give her props for an awesome class and tell you guys to take a peek. Second thing is, I only had a few folks in before this. We have a new revenue stream. Dale and Mick and I have been working on this for several months. It's incorporating the mortgage lending piece into your buyers and sellers. Average agent's going to increase their per transaction about 20%. If you were, we'll try to run another informational meeting in January. But if you want to call or text me, I am very open to setting up a one-on-one. We can do a Zoom, meet at your offices, whatever it would take. This is a great time to kind of get started on that. In fact, Ms. Dayla, we need to talk again tomorrow to get you on the path.
I'm gonna do it too. You have to take 20 hours of pre-licensure work to get your mortgage license. So I'm gonna do it as well. I'm gonna start it after Christmas.
Yep. So this is a great time. One of the things Kathy mentioned is how our buying season has moved up from what we traditionally thought. It used to start late spring and go through about back to school. And now it's like right around February, like the Super Bowl, the day after the Super Bowl, it seems like buyers come back out of their hibernation. So while we're a little slower, although it's great to hear that we're picking up, and Gary was right again, as always. It's a great time to kind of get in that. The presentation will probably take us 15 minutes. Maybe another 15 minutes to answer your questions. So if you guys have a half an hour, I'll be open to just reach out, text me, call me, and we'll get something on our calendars. The last thing I just want to talk to everybody about is the nasty rate topic, right? If anybody paid attention yesterday, and what we're going to probably see on the news is, woo-hoo, the Federal Reserve lowered rates a quarter. Well, first of all, we know that's short-term interest rates, so that really didn't affect our mortgage rates. And in fact, just like in September, yesterday afternoon was one of the worst increases in mortgage rates that we've seen in the last few years. So updated forecast from Fannie, Freddie, and the Mortgage Bankers Association is that we're going to have rates similar to where we are now, high 6 to low 7s, not only through 25, but probably through most of 26. Okay, here's what I'll tell you, and we were talking about this a little bit in our meeting earlier. What I find is that oftentimes you guys are more concerned about the rates and their direction than what the buyers actually are. So don't panic. We've still been doing business. Many of you guys are having record years and we've not really had great rates all year. It is a little bit more payment driven. right? Our first time home buyers and folks that aren't trading up with substantial down payments, affordability is still an issue, but there's ways to plan, use resources, get extra free money. If you wanna buy a home, there's not gonna be a better time than now. And why is that? Cause you guys know what we're seeing. Prices are going up and up and up. If somebody waited 2 years and rates dropped 1.5 points, they're probably gonna see somewhere between a 10 to 20% appreciation on the property they wanted. And what that means is with that lower interest rate, but the higher cost of the home, their payment's probably within about $15 or $20 if they bought now. We can show them the cost of waiting, right? Take advantage of what you can afford now, enjoy the appreciation that we're gonna see. We know supply and demand is still gonna be tight, and get in what you can now. I was having a conversation with the Capital Partners agent yesterday, and I said, this is one thing I really talk to people about that we don't hear very much anymore. Some folks need a starter house. Your first home does not need to be the McMansion with granite countertops. You need to get in the game, stop paying rent, build your equity, and down the road, when you sell, you can trade up and have a bigger down payment and more affordable terms. So let's keep those conversations going, but education's the key, because we're gonna have a conflict. The news is gonna tell us rates went down, and I'm telling you they went up. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, I do have a forecast, a little chart that if you'd like, I can email you, that you can use in your presentations that show rates are gonna stay elevated for the next 2 years. Now, it's a forecast, right? We were supposed to have 6 rate cuts this year, we had 2. Things could change, but the information we have available now says, if you're waiting for rates to come down, you're not gonna be buying the next 2 years. Thanks.
I don't think I saw Marshall here, but don't forget, if you're not using Mojo, you certainly can get with him to help you. Kathy from Northwest made her rounds earlier this week. As we're eating lunch, Rachel will do the Queen of Hearts so you can buy your tickets. What's the pot up to, Rachel?
Don't forget to bring your cash. It is, so the Queen of Hearts is right now at $435, so
Buy an extra Christmas present. So,
I brought my cash.
what we're gonna do today, just so you know, I'm gonna introduce our sponsor here next. We'll introduce our sponsor, then we'll eat lunch. And while you're eating lunch, we have got a great game for everyone, and there are some really nice prizes that you can win. And how many of you played beer pong in college? Well, you're gonna be great at this. It's not beer pong, but if you've got the skill, you'll be great at this. So make sure you hang around for our game and hang around for Ben's class. And it's our sponsor.
Yeah, she's right there.
Come on up. I'll turn the lights on so they can see you.
Thank you guys for having me. My name is Khalees. I've been in real estate for about 7 years. I come from the investor side, and I have recently switched over to the new build side of things. When I'm not doing my day-to-day real estate activities, I have a little golden doodle, which keeps me very busy. And then I got engaged this year, so I've been planning a wedding, which has been fun, but it's expensive. So
So come buy some new builds.
yeah. I was just curious, are you guys already implementing new construction or have done a build, like a deal with the builder? And was it seamless? Was it good? Consistent, James, what did you think?
I mean, I did a deal with Khalees and it was, the communication was really great. So that's why I continue to keep her on my communication list as well.
And I just like to ask, because it truly is a great opportunity to bring to your clients, to your buyers. You're gonna find every builder has differences. And so for us, we do aim more so for the affordability aspect of things. Since we're a super big company, we're already putting billions of dollars to buy down the rate on the front end to help kind of get that better monthly payment or be more comparable to the market that we're looking at. With that being said, this is not going to be like your typical custom going to look at all the fun things at the end. We believe in build and they will come. So every week we already have a rotation of about 20 houses that are getting started on. So that too kind of helps with timeline. It's not going to be the 9 to 12 months that you see when you're thinking about new builds. The two things I really just kind of wanna highlight is one of them being our home buyers club program. I know a lot of the time we might be having our consultations and they might say that they're working on their credit or they're trying to pay down some debt just to get their ratios in line. And I don't know if you guys in your CRM are just saying, okay, like, I'll be following up in 6 months. Or maybe you're like putting them in contact with the preferred lender. But this program basically will put all their information in a simulation and it's going to really put out, this is how long it's going to take. This is what you're going to need to do, pay down, and how long before you can kind of get where you need to go. They can be in it for up to 12 months. I always say to the agents, it's beneficial to you because they're gonna show that you're willing to put in that time and that effort. And then for you, you're gonna get that referral business. And then also, just for your pipeline, I think a lot of the time we think about what we have now, but you also want to like know as well that you have something that's working that you can still get done in that same year. So one of the cool things that I do like is that you can be a part of that program and you can be building up your credit, but you can also still be in contract in a home as well. So I've seen someone be as low as in the 400s for their credit and we brought them where we needed to be. And then, yeah, I've seen some really amazing things happen. And just like the energy of when you can do that with a buyer, it kind of gives them like the joy that they may have that they weren't going to have. So that leads me just to our commission. I brought you guys just these little bottles, just showing our incentive for next year. So as we've been talking about going into 2025 and what our goals are and what we want to do, we very much so are culture driven and having those partnerships and relationships. So we are still doing 3%, that's our standard. If you do 3 houses, you're at 3%. If you do 4 houses, you're at 3.5%. And then 5+, you're at 4%. So that's really all I have. There's these little bottles out there and I brought the ham. I'm not a chef by any means, so.
Okay.
Shout out to Honey Baked Ham.
Can you guys cross-sell? Can you help us in multiple neighborhoods?
Yeah, so we do have a few communities coming. I always tell people we're more so for the outskirts. A lot of the time, even for me, I hear, oh, I want New Albany or Gahanna or Westerville, and I'm like, yeah, we all would love those areas, but the cost is expensive. There's not a lot of land. And just having those more transparent conversations, to your point, I think a lot of the time, of course, we do have like the need for school district, but there's just a mindset in, when someone, even if they're a first time home buyer, of this really big want list. And sometimes once you really talk through location and prices and you really like educate them, you're able to find that we can do that 15 to 20 minute commute. So we're more in those areas, Plain City, Pickerington, Canal, Lakeopolis. We have one community that just finished and we'll have one that will kind of mirror it, that will be tax abated. So up to 15 years getting that great tax discount. And then we are going as far as Tobacco Fountain and Zanesville, so. Thank you guys, and I hope that we have a great 2025. So I'd love to connect further.
Thank you very much. So here's what we're gonna do. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and eat. We're gonna set up the game. You don't want to miss this. It'll be a lot of fun. And while I have your attention for just a second, I want to tell you all, first off, we love being in business with you. The holidays is always a great time to stop and reflect and all of that. And you know what? Our Keller Williams family has grown. We have blended families and all of that now. And you know what? It's great because it just brings us more resources, more market share, and a lot more fun people to be around and to be with, to learn from, to help sell with and all of that. And if you're traveling this year for the holidays, please be safe. Even if you're staying home, please be safe. I hope that you have some much needed downtime and can rest and spend time with your families. Mick isn't here today. In case you didn't know, Mick had a hip replacement this week. He had a foot injury, which caused him to overcompensate, and he ended up having to have his hip replaced. So feel free to text him and badger him as much as you want while he's recuperating. He started physical therapy today. He's doing well, but, that's why he's not here today. And I know he would want to share that with you and Mark and the rest of the staff as well. So, anyway, stay, have fun, let's eat, and, happy holidays to all of you.
Be merry.
All right.